Hi guys, Rick here from 70 Off-Road. Today we're going to do a test on the door seal kits for the 70 series cruisers. So that test involves using an SPL meter, just like this one here. And what this will do is measure the dB rating inside the vehicle. So first up, we're going to be obviously doing the test without the seal kit installed on the doors. And we're going to be basically doing that by driving on the highway. So we've just got the highway just here down the road from us. So we'll do a quick nip on the highway and see what we pick up with this dB meter. Then we'll head back, fit the seal kits, and do the same process again. Jump back on the highway and sort of just get a meter reading. So here are the door seals in the cruiser. I'll just spin the camera around so you can see. And you see it all standard. And same on that side, it's all white, little pinch weld on the lips, same in the back. So as you can see, we haven't done any changes just yet to the cruiser. And yeah, so let's get the car going, let's get onto the highway, and we'll see what we can figure out with this this SPL meter, and that's the bugger there. Okay, we've just got onto the highway. We're going to get up to 100 k's an hour, and currently the dB meter is sitting at around 79 dB. 77 dB, and we are doing just under 100 k's. So I'll just flip the camera around so we can see what the SPL meter is doing. I don't know if you can see that very clearly. The SPL meter is just here on the windscreen, so we're looking at 80 to 81. Put it in the center here, it's still the same. Sort of back towards in line with where the driver and passenger sit. And if I put it right by the window, we're still sitting at 81.5. So yeah, that's at 100 k's an hour. Decibels. We're driving into a headwind now, so it's a lot noisier. We're doing about 100 and between 100 and 110 k's. So I don't think it's going to get much louder than the 82. I think that's a little bit. Okay guys, so we're back at the warehouse now. We've just done the sound test and we got a dB rating of 82 decibels. And that was pretty much consistent all around the cab, in the front of the cab. And that was on highway driving at but between 100 and 110 kilometers an hour on the highway. So now we're back in the shed. We're going to install this kit. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. We'll start pulling apart all the little bits we need to get rid of first to get this on, and we can go from there. We need to start pulling out the original pinch weld, some of the plastic panels, yeah, with the dual cabs, you want to remove the hand grip up here, which you can see it from here, just that one. It'll just make it a bit easier when doing the pinch weld around the corner here. So we'll get those parts removed, and then we'll get stuck into this installation. It really shouldn't take much longer than 15 minutes aside, but we'll see. Okay, so removing the plastic trim, it's just got poppers in it, so you get your fingers under there and just pop it up. So those are the little plastic pops there. Yep, and then on the front one here, you've got a little plastic like bolt or nut, should I say. So you can just that one's a finger tight one, or you can loosen it with your fingers. So I'll just quickly nip down here and undo that there. And that's that there. So don't lose that, that's got to go back on. To pop that out, just grab it from the back and pop it out. So that removes there. Okay, so once we've removed all the front trim, we'll get onto the B pillar here, this section. So we just want to do is pull this little bit of trim back, okay? Just like that, and that'll allow us access to this trim here. So what we want to do, I like to do this before I start, just so I got a little marker so I know where to start the seal kit from. It just makes it a bit easier. So just get a little marker pen or something and just mark it a little bit there. So you've just got that reference point. When you pull this up, you know where to start or where it ended, which just makes when it comes back to putting all the trim back over it, it just makes it a little bit easier. You've got that reference point. Also, if you do happen to just rip everything off, you can't remember where you're going to start from, and you could start down here and then you get to the other end and you're that short. So make your markers on both sides, and at least you got that security there so you don't lose that spot. Okay, with that marked up, we can now remove this. All right, and we can now officially start installing the seal kit. So just to clarify with the seal kit as well, this seal kit, we don't remove any of the door seals. This is an add-on for noise. We've had a number of comments from people and emails asking what happens to the original door seals. The original door seals are on the door. They will go all the way down and around. All this does is minimize the air noise coming through the doors. If you own a 70 series, you'll know what I'm talking about. All you can hear is air noise when you're driving them, and this helps reduce that. It just makes the long-term driving a bit more comfortable. So when we say seal kit, it's for noise. Not dust, not water, nothing else, just noise. Okay, let's get stuck into it. So with the front door, I prefer to start on the B pillar here, but really it's up to you. Wherever you marked it up first, it doesn't really matter. So let's just get it going. Okay, so that's lined up with the line we had there. Yep. So yeah, to get this on, what you want to do, this is our latest version of seal, and we've gone for a tighter, a better quality EPE foam on it as well. So with these ones here, they're not as flexible as the previous model we did, but so it makes it a little harder to install on your hands, but it's got a better fit, and it's just a better all-around product. So what you want to do is just when you put it on, like, hold it up in line, sort of get it in line with the metal, and then what you want to do is rock your thumb, wobble your thumb like that, and you see it just goes in. So just back and forth all the way, and just make sure you're going over the plastic trim on the inside, and that's all you have to do. And it isn't as easy as it looks. It's actually quite hard to do this, and that's why you can use a mallet. If you've got a little mallet, you can use one of those. If you're going to use a hammer, you're going to have to put a piece of wood down first and give it a light tap. But again, with a mallet, I just give it a light tap like that. Nothing major, because you don't want to damage any of the metal work. Alright guys, so that's pretty much, the seal's now being installed. Pretty much what we have to do from here is just put the retaining trim back on. But what we'll do first is let's get onto the back door, and then we'll put all the trim back on in one go from there. So we're going to need a little star screwdriver. I don't know what size it off, sorry, it's a 25. Whatever that means. I hardly ever use these, but that's what holds the little handles on. It's like a safety bolt or security bolt. So let's get onto the back doors here. It's Probably also a good idea to remove all your floor mats as well, so that, you know, just get everything out the way, so it makes it a bit easier to job. Same as the front, what we want to do is pop up this plastic trim here. A couple of poppers again, so pretty easy to get that off. On this one here, it's the same. We always want to peel that forward a bit, just like that on the B-pillar. And that's pretty much it. We're now ready to go, but before we remove this, let's put a little mark on each side so that we know where to start. Alright, so the pen died, so now we're onto a red one. Let's get rid of that. So yeah, let's mark these up. Oops, a little mark, and let's do another one just down here. Okay, so with that all marked up, we can remove it now. The last bit of trim comes out. Okay, let's get that out of here. Okay, so from here we want to remove this grip handle here. Without stating the obvious, when you do install the seal, I probably should have said this in the beginning, make sure the bubble here is facing towards the door or on the outside, if that makes sense. So yeah, so we'll start with that like that. And the red mark we've got here, that's where the original one was removed. So we'll just start there. Okie dokie. Yeah, just grab the mallet. From here, what we'll do is we'll put all the trim back on. We're going to have to trim a little bit of, cut off a little bit of this rubber seal here, so that when the trim clips back over, it doesn't bulge out and look terrible. So we'll trim a little bit by that, and I'll just show you guys how to do that. I'll just go through that now. And we just use some scissors, side cutters, tin snips, or a blade to do that, so it's pretty easy. Okay, so let's get onto that now. I'll just grab the blade. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start with this one here. I don't know if you can see that. Can you get in there? So what you want to do is basically want to just pull that over and get an idea of where this plastic trim comes to. And as you can see, it's sitting on that balloon. Now that's not going to look good. If we push that down, you can already see the plastic trims going out. You want it to kind of tuck around there. So what we can do is we can just, a couple of options. We can either use a pen to mark it and then pull it out and cut it. You can use a little blade, little notch in it, so you can see it when you pull it back. Or you can just get your side cutter straight in there, just like that, line them up with the plastic trim and just cut it. And then what we'll do is just pull the trim back a tiny bit, just like that. Pull the seal off the metal work. It's pretty durable, so you can just give it a, yeah, just like that. And then what we can do is we'll just cut that back, just like that there. Extend that one. You want to do it as neat as possible because this will be seen when you open your doors. Same for that one there. Just going to pull this up a bit more. Okay, sweet. Now what we'll do is we'll just cut that off. Cut as much of it off as you can because this is still quite thick and the trim will still sort of struggle to wrap around it tightly. So just clean up as much of it as you can. Do the same, that edge is good. So pull the trim back over. Let's get that back on. Okay. All right, and we'll just put that back over there. And that's it, that's on. So now you can see the bulb's been cut straight off there. Nice and clean, looks good. So yeah, and we do the same on the other side, on the lower side, should I say. So down here again, we just want to line these two pops up here with the holes. And as you can see here, we've actually got quite a bit of rubber to cut off here. So what we'll do again is grab the side cutters using the straight edge to line up with the grey plastic trim. Cut that. Now we know where our mark is. What we can do is just lift that up a tiny bit and we can start cutting that away because we don't want this excess here. Oh, just have to clean that up. Just peel that off there. All right, so with that done, just push it back in. Just make sure that's lined up. Get your poppers back in just like that, and you're ready to rock and roll. Push that down a bit. From here, you get to put the handle back in. Okay, so with the back door now done, we've got the sealer in, and we've got all the plastic trim back in. Let's finish up on the front doors. So same thing. It's kind of a rinse and repeat here. We want to just do the same with this plastic trim here, is mark it up and trim it. And we'll just quickly do that now. Alrighty, so that's it, pretty much done. Yeah, look, I don't know if that took 15 minutes, but it is pretty hard on the hands. So if you do have a mallet, I would recommend using it. But really it is quite a straightforward job. So yeah. Alrighty guys, install is complete of the door seal kits. So we got front and rear doors on the 79 done. So we're gonna go jump back in the car, get on the highway with that SPL meter and see what the difference is. So yeah, keep watching and we'll go from there. Okay, to give you a reference, just sitting at the traffic lights, we're looking at 71.5 decibels. Quite loud in the cabin. I think that's got to do with the motor. We've also got a 4-inch twin exhaust up this shorty, so that definitely would add to a bit of the noise. But on the highway we were hitting 82 decibels, and we're about to pull onto the highway now. So once we get the motor at sort of humming speed, idling type thing at 100 k's an hour, we should probably hear the wind noise start to take over. But yeah, let's see what we get. Just over 110 now, and we are at the max. Let's see what the max reading is. So we're hitting 78.5 decibels at 100 k's, and if you can see that clearly, yep. And we'll move that around in the cab to see if it ups or down. So we've had to slow down a little bit just because of traffic. All in all, that's so that's 4 decibels less than what it was without the seals in, and I believe 1 decibel increase is 4 times the noise. But I will double check that. I might be telling porkies here. All right, guys. So we just finished up the final test on the decibel with the SPL meter, getting some dB ratings. All in all, just from our perspective, we noticed quite a drop in the noise in the cabin. So for us, we can definitely see the benefit without getting measurements. So I did mention in the car that 1 decibel increase was 4 times. Well, I was completely wrong and I was telling lies. So my nose is bigger, you know why. So I've got my mate Grok here to do a bit of research for me. And in short, this is the nitty gritty about decibels. So 1 dB increase corresponds to a roughly 26% increase in sound intensity. Okay. Now, with humans, this perception of loudness doesn't scale with intensity. So you take that for what it is. So in short, I'm not going to go through this massive list that Grok's given me. 3 decibels is a noticeable difference, according to a human ear. We had a 3 decibel difference. So that confirms our understanding or our perception of driving the car and going, oh wow, there's definitely a difference here. So with our testing, we got between 81.5 and 82 decibel without the seals. With the seals, we got 78.5 decibels max. And both of those were calibrated between 100 and 110 Ks. So the 3 decibel, 3.5 decibel reading, it definitely has a noticeable effect. And in our opinion, we definitely think it's worthwhile. So much so that for me, when I'm driving long distance, 4 hours plus in this car on the highways, I feel exhausted when I get to the destination. My ears are ringing. So I am very much looking forward to giving this a proper test long distance and see what the difference is. But just in racing around on the highway here, Man and I both noticed quite a difference, and I definitely would recommend upgrading the seals. The product we sell is awesome. It fits really nice, and all the information for it is in the description below the video. So yeah, I'm not going to bore you anymore with that. We had a bit of fun doing it, so we're going to wrap it up here and call it. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or anything like that, hit us up. Over and out.